Today, we have an exciting topic to explore, and it's all about finding the inner courage hidden within each of us. You see, life often throws us curveballs, like the legendary Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius. He faced many challenges during his reign: wars, epidemics, conspiracies, personal tragedies, you name it. But what sets him apart is his unwavering courage in the face of these tragedies. Terrifying uncertainties. Now, you may be wondering how we can tap into this incredible well of courage. Is Marcus Aurelius obsessed? We have 5 wonderful principles to guide us on our journey. These principles are not just about Marcus, they are universal truths that can help us. So fasten your seatbelts because we are about to dive deep into these principles. And along the way, we will uncover some fascinating stories and ideas that will illuminate these principles. The road to courage. Without further ado, let's embark on this incredible journey. We reveal 5 principles that can transform you from your inner coward into a fearless warrior. Are you ready? Let's begin. The first principle is to look for solutions, not people to blame. The solutions you find will make your life easier. When life throws challenges our way, it is quite common to start pointing fingers, to put the blame on others. We blame others. But the thing is, blaming others rarely helps us find solutions to our problems. In fact, it usually leads to more arguments and conflicts. What if we took a different approach, as Marcus Aurelius suggested? Instead of obsessing over who is at fault, let's focus on finding ways to solve the problems we face. This mindset shift can make a world of difference. For example, Martin Luther King Jr., When confronted with racial inequality, he didn't blame an entire group of people. He emphasized justice, unity, and nonviolence, showing us that seeking solutions can be much more powerful than blaming. And resolving worked quite well for him. Remember this principle the next time you face a challenge. Look for solutions, not people to blame. This is a courageous approach that can lead to positive change and harmony. The second principle is, don't second-guess yourself. It is very important not to second-guess yourself. That is not to say that you should act recklessly without thinking, but once you have made a decision, trust it and move forward with confidence. Thinking no matter what can turn even the bravest souls into passive, indecisive cowards. Have you ever heard of the centipede's dilemma? It is a little story that illustrates this point perfectly. Imagine a centipede walking along just fine until a frog asks him how he coordinates everything. He has 100 legs. The centipede starts thinking about it and suddenly he can't move. It is paralyzed from overthinking. The point is that our minds are meant to develop our actions in the present. Dwelling on the past or worrying about the future turns us into cowards. Marcus Aurelius expressed it very well when he said to concentrate every minute on doing whatever is in front of you. Take it with complete seriousness and get rid of distractions. So don't get caught up in second-guessing yourself. Once you have made up your mind, act with conviction and strength. That's where the real courage lies. The third principle is to find the beauty in your mistakes. Making mistakes is something we all experience. Realize that mistakes grow and change us. Sometimes they can make us feel that we have failed or that we are not good enough. But there is a powerful idea here. Every mistake contains a hidden gem of wisdom. Think of it like the Japanese art of kintsugi. Here, broken objects are repaired with precious materials. Metals, cracks become the most beautiful part of the object. Mistakes are like the cracks in our lives. They need to be embraced, not hidden or ignored. Hearing your mistakes is a way of saying, I am learning, I am growing. In fact, it is an acceptance of our existence. It is a chance to become better, wiser, and more beautiful. Life is like realizing that every twist and turn in your story adds depth and character. The next time you make a mistake, don't beat yourself up. Instead, look for the beauty in it. That beauty is there. You just have to look for it. Embrace your mistakes, learn from them, and become a better version of yourself. The fourth principle is humble yourself. It may sound strange at first, but humility and courage are closely related. Consider the story of the emperor's new clothes, where the emperor's excessive pride and arrogance caused him to pretend to see something that didn't exist: the suit. All to avoid looking foolish, this is a classic example of how excessive pride can actually makes you more cowardly. You start avoiding situations that might hurt your ego. Humility, on the other hand, this is about being honest with yourself, admitting your mistakes and being afraid to learn from them. When you are humble, you are not afraid of making mistakes or getting it wrong because it is all part of the learning process. So embrace humility, and it will make you braver. But also set limits. Remember that too much humility ends up in taking advice from the mediocre. When you are not constantly trying to protect your ego, you are more willing to take risks. Taking risks and facing challenges is the way to become a more courageous and resilient individual. Person 5. The principle is, do your best and trust in fate. Life can sometimes throw us a curveball, and it's easy to get anxious about the outcomes. But here's the thing, my friend. Sometimes you just have to do your best and trust in fate. Think about Howard Schultz, the former CEO of Starbucks during the financial crisis. The company was on the brink of collapse, and the uncertainty could easily overwhelm him. But it was his faith that made the difference. His belief that things would work out the way they were supposed to. Our beliefs dictate the path we walk. Like the old saying goes, you can't control the wind, but you can adjust your sails. When you do your best, you don't just trust. If you are lucky, you are making an effort, and believe me, that is important. But then you have to let your hand go a little bit and believe that the universe has a way of making things work out. Sometimes it's about letting go of the need to control everything and making room for everything. Coincidence. Remember this the next time you face uncertainty. Do your best and trust in fate. It's like stepping onto a road, believing that it will take you where you need to go, even if the destination is not so clear right now. That's it, people. We have discovered some powerful principles inspired by the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Remember, courage is not the absence of fear, but the determination to act despite it. So when faced with challenges, don't be too hard on yourself. Instead, focus on solutions, learn from your mistakes, and embrace humility, because this is the key to overcoming what is inside you. Don't be a coward, and always do your best, believing that everything will unfold as it should. I hope you found this video insightful and inspiring. If you have thoughts or personal stories about courage and these principles, please share them in the comments below. We love hearing from you and learning from your experiences. Thank you for joining us today, and remember that you have the power within you to be brave and face life's challenges.
Until next time, stay brave and keep looking for the bright path of personal growth. Let Stoic philosophy be your guide.